Hello, welcome to MyAirGunReviews.com. My name is Kenny and I have set up this website and dedicated it to the review of affordable air guns. We will review air rifles, air pistols, pellet and BB. We'll let you know how much fun you're going to get for your money or how much grief. We will also review some accessories, some upgrades and fixes. We'll let you know if your money is well spent or wasted on these things. So let's get started with our next review. Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing the Gamo Bone Collector Bull Whisper .177 caliber air rifle with the IGT smooth action trigger and shockwave absorption package. Rifle is rated at 1300 feet per second, shooting alloy pellets. Comes from the factory with a Gamo 4x32 scope. Scope is not bad up until 20 yards, but we'll be shooting this one at greater distances, so I have put a Barska 3 to 9 by 50 millimeter scope on it to give that a try. It's got Gamo's composite or polymer Bull Whisper jacketing the rifled steel barrel. Has their composite stock two-tone, the Bone Collector colors. Nice grips on the forearm and on the handle. Raised cheek piece for both left and right-handed shooters. Their adjustable rubber butt plate. Comes with their smooth action trigger, which took me a little bit of getting used to. Manual safety. Very, you can see it only takes a couple ounces to move it back through the first stage. Second stage is very crisp. You can see just a little finger but that second stage is nice and crisp. You know right when it's going to fire. Beautiful trigger. Got dovetail mount with indent for scope stop. Replaced the original mounts with a solid one-piece mount. As you can see, we got a 3 to 9 by 50 Barska scope, which sold from Mills Fleet Farm for $50. This was a display bought for $40, so we decided we'd give it a little bit better magnification. You get a clear objective up to about 7.5 power. It's about as far as you can bring it in without the adjustable objective on it. You can see the stock on this side. Got the Bone Collector insignia on it. Very nice rifle. So now we're going to do a little target shooting. The rifle's only been shot about 50 rounds last fall and packed away. So we'll try a little target shooting and then we'll go in and do the performance test on the Crony. Okay, we will be shooting at a distance of 20 meters, shooting RWS Superdome 8.3 grain pellets. Okay, I'm not counting this shot right here because I had a little twitch and pulled the trigger before I was even ready. But 6 shots here in the size of a quarter. That's not too bad for a rifle that's only had about 50 rounds put through it. It's pretty accurate. Here we're going to start out with the RWS Hypermax 5.2 grain alloy pellets. Okay, we got a low of 1191, a high of 1211, an average of 1202 feet per second, extreme spread of 20.39, standard deviation 9.59. Okay, shooting the alloy pellets, we got a high decibel reading of 112.9, which is quite loud because they're going supersonic. Now we're going to try RWS 7 grain lead pellets. Okay, 5 shots. We got a low of 989.6, a high of 1005, average of 997.7, extreme spread of 15.95, standard deviation of 6.08. It's fairly consistent with the lead pellets, but a little disappointing considering it's rated at 1300 feet per second. Okay, after the on-screen Crony test, I ran a few other pellets across the Crony, including the RWS Superdome 8.3 grain pellets, and found I actually got a pretty high extreme spread. That was 52.26 feet per second, which is kind of high, not very stable. So I ran a few more across, and we used the H&N Cro-Magnums, which is a 9.26 grain lead pellet. We got a low of 847.2, a high of 863.4, average of 853.3, and only a 16.13 foot per second extreme spread, giving us a muzzle energy of 14.98 foot-pounds. The most powerful pellet was the H&N Barracuda 10.65 grain pellet. We had a low of 785.7, a high of 809.9, an average of 800.2 feet per second. That pellet gave us our best muzzle energy of 15.15 foot-pounds. The Crossman 7.9 grain averaged 922 feet per second with a 14.92 foot-pounds. So seeing how stable the Cro-Magnums were, I went out to do a little more target shooting, see if we could do better, and actually found I did do better, but I found that the scope was slipping. This gun has a violent forward recoil, with the gas piston, and there's a set screw that comes down through here into the indent in the receiver for a scope stop, and that had backed out and the scope had walked all the way back to here. So I took the scope off, moved the one-piece scope mount forward to where it belonged, put some Loctite on that set screw and ran it back in, and resighted it in, and at 20 meters, which is 62.5 feet, actually got a nickel size group at 20 meters. So the gun is even more accurate than what you saw on the video. So overall, my assessment of this gun is it's a very, very nice gun. I like the bull barrel. It makes it fairly quiet. I like the stock. It's comfortable. It's a very good design stock. comfortable for both left and right-handed shooters. The shockwave absorption butt pad, where you can take these, slide those pieces back and forth or remove them to suit your needs. And it does fall short with the scope rings. The scope rings would not last. You need a heavier duty scope mount. The stock scope is good up to 20 yards. Beyond that, you need a little bit more, so that's why I put this Barska scope on here. It's a quiet gun. It's fairly consistent. It shoots accurately right out of the box. I can't say anything bad about the gun. It's a very, very nice gun, very nice trigger. But what I can say is Gamo quit lying about the feet per second. As you can see, they advertise the gun as a 1,300 foot per second. It is not. It is a 1,200 foot per second. It does shoot about 65 feet per second faster than the Big Cat 1250, which was also fell way short. In every review that I have seen, they never get more than 1,200 feet per second with the PVA, and never more than 1,000 feet with the lead ammunition. So this is a 1,000 foot Springer, not 1,100 foot. So I wish Gamo would just quit lying about the power that these rifles have and let people really know what they're getting, and let the rifle, speak for itself. So Gamo, quit lying to us and tell us what the rifle really shoots. You can get the same power out of a Ruger Airhawk, a Crosman TR-77, even a few more feet per second out of a Hatsan 1000S. So just be advised, it's a great rifle, it's a great shooting rifle, it's a good looking rifle. I'm proud to have it in my collection. It's just not a 1,300 foot per second air rifle. So thank you for watching this review.